Hello everyone, my name is Dorian Riley, and what I am here to share with you today is the A to Z journey through domestic violence. Is the A to Z journey through domestic violence, my own personal journey. I will go from A to Z because all of the letters in the alphabet somehow on my journey through domestic violence. Proud to say that I am a survivor, and the reasons why I started this YouTube station is to make sure that no one else has to go through the things that I went through, and they would see some of the warning signs and get out as they possibly can. So what I want to start out with is a snippet of poetry, because I am a poet and I am an author. Poetry book is entitled Climbing Life's Mountains. I'll give you a snippet of poetry before I actually get into the letter A. Accepting the not so good parts of yourself helps you to change the not so good parts of yourself. Distress and depression forces you to stand in a space that no longer suits you. But what do? When you are crying out, but there is no one in sight to pull you out of the pit that you now call your life. First letter I have is A, and that is acceptance. So through this journey, I had to accept that I was in a terrible space, in a terrible position, and a place that I no longer wanted to be in. My domestic violence journey started when I was very young, at the age of 14. And it was very hard to understand what was going on and why it was happening. Why someone that says they love you is hurting you to this extent, and and not caring how you feel, not caring what it is doing to you, not caring that it's basically ripping your heart apart, your life apart, and you like are an emotional wreck, which is how I felt. I think one of the reasons I stayed in it so long was that I just felt so ashamed. I just felt ashamed. I just always felt like I was like a strong person, and how I could be going through something like that was just insane. I just could not wrap my mind around why it was happening to me. And I feared what other people would think about it. I feared the guilt that came along with people knowing that I was like living this pretend life, like happy on the outside, smiling and just being a bubble of energy and positivity, not ever realizing that I was actually slowly dying on the inside, and just being sad and depressed, which was just horrible, just to be in that state of mind, that state of fear and just depression, just sadness, just being around a room full of people and just feeling like no one sees you, no one understands you, no one knows like what you're actually going through. And then the fear of, once they do find out, what are they going to think of me? And that's something I struggled with for a great while. I think that's one of the main reasons that kept me in the cycle of domestic violence for so long. The shame can just rip you apart. It can just make you accept things that you never should have, out of fear of other people knowing what's going on. However, that's exactly what needs to happen. You need to tell people what's going on, tell somebody what's going on, and find ways to get out of it. And do not feel ashamed. I mean, it is not your fault. It is not something that God would have ever wanted for us. I mean, it's not something that that you deserve. I mean, you deserve the best. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be with a loving partner. You deserve to be protected and cared for, and someone that shows you each and every day that your feelings matter, that you matter as a person. You are beautiful. You are loved. And if you're with a partner that's not showing you that, and that is contradicting what they're saying with their behaviors, then you are not with the right person. You are just not. It's best to just stay single if that's the situation that you're in. Because most of the time, those people do not just all of a sudden come to the realization that they need to stop. That's usually not what happens. Domestic violence gets worse. It does not get better. I am here to tell you as a survivor, that domestic violence does not get better. It gets worse. And I will repeat, domestic violence does not get better. It gets worse. Sometimes we just get really good at pretending that we're not going through those things. We get really good at pretending that those things are not happening to us. And we're so ashamed that it is happening, we stay in a situation a lot longer than what we should have. 1 minute is too long. Because we all know that a lot of unfortunate things have happened in a minute or less. So you do not want to put yourself in a situation to where your safety is threatened, your safety is at risk, your emotional safety is at risk, your physical safety is at risk, because we all know that domestic violence is not just physical. It's emotional, it's financial, it's all these different things.